Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Hello everybody, and welcome, as I hit the right button, to the Epicenter European Qualifier coverage. I'm Obi-Wan. I am joined by
Radiant team pick.
early Europe Dota, no Diggity versus Power Rangers. I hope you're awake for this one. Time for you, huh?
This is like a prime time for me. Like everyone in this, like the players had to get up early.
We got ourselves a crackle on the line. I knew this would happen after we started. We were talking before our game began. Now
it was like
coming.
Oh man,
there we go.
Jinxed it, man.
Try again. There you go. Now you.
Oh, is it good? Is it good?
Yep.
All right.
Now you sound good.
It's 10 p.m. here in Korea, so it's like the perfect time to be awake to do anything, casting, playing games, whatever. I mean, anyone who plays Dota, they're usually not an early bird, so 3 p.m. for all the players and like casters in Europe, but for me, I'm Gucci, man. Perfect timing.
Well, I'm glad you get amazing. I get very, very tired. I was sitting on American time and have some Europe action. I'll wake up around like 4 p.m. Everything great, but we rebuild sound over the last 24 hours. That up, and then it's like, and we're doing the game at 3 o'clock. I'm wait, what? Yes. Do these guys even wake up at 3 o'clock? It's like they do, and they're already much through their draft. There's no Diggity gonna get the OPD with joining him up. Spirit and Invoke Power Range. Everyone looks like they're pretty much in their comfort zone with
Dire team pick.
I mean, have these two teams played each other in the past? Because like the draft went by really fast. I mean, we're only talking for like what felt like a minute, and
I believe
already
they've scrimmed each other in the past, but I don't have any reference of any game the Power Rangers.
Yeah, like
that I just said they're more no Diggity.
10
simple in the
remaining.
Like there's nothing which is really for it. Like J4 actually locked out 3 of the primary heroes. 1 Lone Druid with 2
Radiant team
amazing. Kitsu face as Void picked up. If I right now that he hit, I guess the face casts his ability. And the Invoker was then blocked out and quite for his that, but can't limit. Keeps going through these.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of Qualifier. He's been either inactive or he was taking a break. I caught that last one game I caught of Diggity was the game where he played the Lone Druid that you mentioned, Lone Druid mid, and they got racks really early, and I think they managed to come back game against like a DP lineup, like an all-out push with like a double lifesteal Void.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure if you caught that one.
No,
yeah,
I must have missed that.
5 seconds remaining.
I've definitely seen.
Yeah.
I cast one of the games of no. It was quite.
Time.
And they basically lost the first. Then one mistake was made. It was a good fight for no. And they spent a grand total. Take out mid racks, heavy damage, have another fight, and they basically won. Actually, I believe.
Whoa, it looked like. I mean, I took a quick glance over their Dota buff, like their recent matches, and so far what I'm seeing is sort of different from the impression I got from their recent match history. So OD, Chen, Rubik feels very. There's a team that really likes OD openings. Was one of the CIS teams? Might have been Navi. I don't know.
I don't think it was not. I think it might towards Spirit. I know they prioritize Gaffer and in.
10 seconds remaining. 5
I mean,
seconds
there's a
remaining.
hero we haven't seen much of, Winter Wyvern. A lot of people kind of gave up on that hero
Reserve time.
because ult is, you have to be more careful and it's much more situational. I'm gonna have to see how they utilize the Winter Wyvern in this game. I think the main reason Power Rangers picked up the Winter Wyvern is to kind of counter the Chen death ball. So you have like, you hit level 7 on the Winter Wyvern, it should be pretty annoying to push into unless you get a off like behind the tower or for reaching the actual tower. 'Cause pushing into a Winter Wyvern, defending it with even numbers is not going to be easy.
Same time though, now there's a way to get the qualifier, where the VS had to come through. Looks like Cinder and Zach managed to draft this up nicely, where it looks
Dire team
have-
ban.
pretty much his reign of ever. The only issue like Flash 10 is, and now a Clink speed.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, but still, the Batrider is gonna have a pretty
5
good outlook
seconds
in this
remaining.
game. There's no VS, there's no Oracle. I mean, now that you mention it, a lot of the counters to Batrider are supports,
time.
basically. I mean, like the VS, Oracle, Disruptor to some degree. The ones that are good against Batrider in the lane, they tend to be all supports. So Yapsor might have a pretty good. No, Yapsor's playing support, right? Sorry,
Yeah.
I-
So
Kizu.
Iris 1
Yeah.
point first, Kizu is plays the
He's probably gonna play the Rubik here. No, which
he'll be Rubik.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, so will be the
Yeah.
same.
I noticed he plays the Lion and the Bane, and it seemed kind of intuitive that he'd play the Rubik. It's similar roles.
He's well, he's always been playing surviving hero. Surprising when Bane when it's
Dire
available, because
team
that's been his even keeping. Case. This is also a no Diggity special. All these range heroes, maybe that would have been. But no Diggity also like Ana.
10 seconds remaining.
DOD as a combination. They look
5
for rotations to
seconds
come
remaining.
when they
Mhm.
4-man squad.
Reserve time.
I don't know if he's going to go down this
10
line.
seconds remaining. 5
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
I mean, Era is one of the players that feel pretty comfortable on Mirana,
Radiant
but
team pick.
Queen of Pain.
Even.
I mean, it could go either way, couldn't it?
It could, but it's just the way Qualifier been played. And actually likes to have more of these like. I know the OD can be. OD seems, or at least his playstyle.
There's a super annoying hero for no Diggity, Next Assassin, that's gonna counter both the cores on Diggity pretty well. I mean, all three of the cores, the Batrider, what am I talking about?
The Batrider with the. That was the question. After you pick up. What do you have that really Batrider from was into it? Purpose is that.
Yeah, I mean, luckily all three cores on no Diggity are very capable of building BKBs as like a secondary core item. So if it gets to that point, they should be able to team fight without having to worry about the spike carapace too much.
he keeps pausing at the very like during the countdown time.
Uh-huh.
Prepare
and-
for battle.
If it was any other player, it wouldn't really bother you that much. But
And
it's
no,
Cinder.
it's because he's done it in 3 of the games I've cast of no Diggity. Like, he doesn't have any pause. Like, once you get in, that's when. So, like, casters can look around, they can see, like, who's playing, kind of thing. I don't know what he does every time. Like, when they launch in game, he wants to have all 5 people there ready. Pause.
And Era might be walking into up here. And
The ghost
Yeah.
walk from goddamn Orlando coming closer. Cheshire Cap, nope, there's the ball forward. Aaron, does he actually want to level up his imprisonment to protect himself? He will buy some time, but it only delays the inevitable. Power Rangers will be killing him off.
First blood comes with the first breath of winter.
Yeah, so I was trying to get tabs on his job. Walk in it.
yeah, I think with the new magic boxes being visible, it's become easier for Chens to be able to get rid of them. Like experienced Chens would almost always find a way to play around the box or get rid of him, but oh wow, that's actually quite lucky. It's on the edge.
That one perfectly. As we can see, like I also have my. He's checking. He's looking for multiple cams. And another sentry ward is outside the box range.
I mean, it's kind of weird though. The second set, you wouldn't expect the opponent to put down 2 wards in such close vicinity of each other. Over at mid, Quake gonna get harassed a bit. I think this is one of the reasons that mid is better than OD, because he doesn't have to be too scared of the Earth Spirit rolling into him and smacking him.
Safely, no D is becoming. Well, it's Cheshire Cat. He's only got stun available. There's still an imprisonment up from Era, but Cinder and Era actually line themselves up for a double. I thought Impale, like, here and there. They also actually had a couple of Nix's pub games. Like, yeah, Impale has gotten a lot easier to hit multiple targets with. Because it was like one of the primary reasons why Nix was dropped from the drafting of one, because its Impale animation time damn long. They took away target casting. Did that get changed or something? Because I don't know, these Nix is just.
I'm not aware that like the AoE or the width of the Impale got any wider. I just know that, like you said, it became a skill shot, and it ignores Lincoln's basically. That's the one of the upsides to Nick, that he can ignore Lincoln's carriers. But like everything else got so much more annoying. Like Spike Carapace got much better. Can use it much more often, and because it has such a long stun, it feels like an eternity because the downtime is that long.
What have we here?
I'm watching this Chen pretty close. Well, I know running an Earth Spirit as well as a White. So yeah, I still know. And there's something that's like, what is the Earth Spirit of the Wife meant? Like, you gotta bounce. It almost feels like a battle of who can pull lanes and affect the safe lane as the wild changes can.
This is such a funny sight at mid. Qualifier is just standing on the Radiant Hill like he owns the lane against the Invoker and Earth Spirit because of this Satyr Torment.
Middle tower is under attack.
He owns that mid lane. Look at the CS. Well, as a Rise. It's very rare time when a Rise actually gets out CS heavily in the lane.
Chen doing the work. So far, I haven't seen much of a counter to Chen. Like you said, the early ward attempt was to. They can't just let the Chen completely free and run wild. They wanted to keep tabs on him because the Winter Wyvern, as sure as hell, isn't going to chase down the Chen Earth Spirit. While he could, really.
Just watching how much of a dick Yapsaw. Like when Arise finally gets so frustrated, Cold Snap in his fourth attack, killing off the Satyr, he then just reclaims a nuke. So Arise doesn't get any of his work, having to burn his mana down to 200. So if you're PR right now, because I'm looking at Diggity, and everything just seems going fairly smooth lanes. Like they haven't lost their off laner. Yeah, OD died early on, first bubble given, but when they're bad down the hatches, timing of the next assassin, or are you looking close?
I think it's more about the clinks right now. The next assassin is not gonna needs level 6, and on top of level 6, he needs arcane boots because mana pool is so small. Just hitting level 6 is not enough, and the way this lane is going, it's not the hardest lane. Like OD, Rubik, the annoying lane, but it's not like the complete hell lane. So Blink's having a pretty good time here. I think if he hits level 6, he can wait a bit longer. He can make some good rotations, and with the Earth Spirit having silence, they could potentially look to pick off Qualifier if they get a catch on him.
Fortunately for him, Yamso's right actually find this up what was almost, I think, for him. Decided to turn.
Alright, mid.
There's the ball forward, Pignum. Needs to keep that silence up. The Sunstrike, it's gonna hit perfectly. Perfect chain of abilities. Nice time for Cheshire Cat to walk himself over. Now 2 kills going the way of Power Rangers in this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That was a very nice chain of stuns there.
It's mine.
Bugs, man. Why they're here in the final. Kinda didn't mention that as well. But what game we're actually sitting at the moment. If you want to check the details, go over to join it. There. Yeah. Path to the finals. It wasn't the smooth. They actually toothed out polarity in their quarterfinals. Danish Bears, they were pushed in a very back and forward semi-final. Obviously Danish. Diggity, they've had a quick, I don't say a quick and easy route. It was 2-0 all the way. They beat Vega in the quarterfinals, and they beat finals. That was when they were on their 9-game. A lot of it was right here until they lost an RV. Then their streak gone. Hit double digits. Failed it.
I mean, wasn't it kind of their honeymoon phase? Where
It was the phase 2 where they were like, yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When like a team appeared, everyone still just get exactly what they were about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what.
Dire's bottom
Yeah,
tower
we're
is
just playing
under
around with him.
attack.
They've actually got a Sata coming in. Cinder actually missed body block. Sata's also going to go wildly astray.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's
It
bottom
was a nice
tower
try, but
is under
kind of a
attack.
long shot because Arrow is so far away as OD, and Rubik doesn't really do too much damage.
Comes to the bottom lane. Because Big is already here. We're just going to hold and brace on himself. They push the tower. He gets a couple of Sata blasts as well. The level 2 Fade Bolt, they are capable of easily dragging the
Radiant's top
grave
tower
away
is
from
under attack.
the tower. Just in case. Mark to get that dagger. Stuck. Bottom lane defending, which.
But like you mentioned, the Chen is sharing the jungle, and he made some stacks, but I think it was mainly for himself because
yeah, he found
the Batrider
was the Wild Wing.
Yeah, the Batrider was doing pretty okay on him. Like he wasn't having the easiest time, but he's only 600 or 700 gold from his Blink Dagger, so he might now take the stacks. Just now defending the bottom tier 1, I think it was definitely worth it for Diggity. Had the Chen not been there, probably a dead tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's now doing those. It was a triple stack, but it's not enough. He couldn't prepare the stack properly. He actually had to Firefly because he was go back to base. Surprisingly,
Yeah,
for now will rotate. Work up with Yapsaw. Fair, Sata, and Centaur are the 3. No Troll Trapper. Do have a fair chunk of flow behind.
Dire's middle tower is
I
under
think-
attack.
A4 in the trees. Gonna break the smoke. They're already TPing out. The Radiant actually got vision thanks to the Vendetta of Cheshire Cat.
I think J4 pinged that out completely on point. He drew a line from exactly the route that Diggity took. And it might have been the creeps. He might have clicked on the creeps and saw like dire creeps had the buffs from the...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Always gotta...
I thought that stuff was meant to be... I don't know if they actually changed on it, but I remember there was some talk about making auras hidden where not visible. So we see everything. Spectator mode. KZ. Them sitting right behind him with a Sunstrike. Oh, that's enough damage. Bought the Blink Dagger just before his own death. Don't lose any money here. That is, that's the first rotation of Goddammit. And it's another core.
And,
all 3 cores of Diggity died to Power Rangers.
ceremonial pause.
Has a phone call. Sorry, we're calling you from... Arrived. Alright, so 10 minutes in. Rotations have started from PR. Chickcat obviously didn't have as much rotation. Way he saved Diggity's rotation. Maybe we can class that as a rising. Goddamn, look, they are poised to get so under 10 minutes. Even if his season wasn't great, Clinks is hunting across the map, and in combination with an assassin in this double combo, you actually want to that damage coming while getting something like go against the stop him from.
I think he should just go the standard Dezo because the Orchid is okay, but as we mentioned during the draft, most of the cores on Diggity are looking to go BKB eventually anyway, so you're basically, you might make use of the Orchid for a few minutes, but it's gonna go obsolete. I was gonna say Nyx Assassin might not have like the greatest impact in terms of being able to solo kill or be that assassin role as his name suggests, but with the Sunstrike, I think he can be very threatening. He hasn't died yet, and he's getting stable levels, not like the fastest level. He has like the arcane boots. He's gonna hit level 7 soon, and with the point of mana burn later on, I could see him finding like an OD and with a combo Sunstrike getting a kill.
Read this perfectly. Keizu's gonna fly himself around the back and then lasso him up. They don't have to commit Sonic Wave to this kill and they know it, but well, to ensure it anyway, they're going to do it. But this is a normal timing and rotation as well from Diggity. Like, I know they haven't like standard in Dota currently. We don't have to even trace back to the CD their play. Diggity do this all the time. Come in, you gank the safe lane, whoever it's be, and you instantly take tower. Their own tier power at the top.
And it's a pretty common sight, trading safe lane towers for safe lane towers, except that Diggity's on Dire, so they're gonna straight for the Roche.
Yes, I mean, caught up.
Yeah,
very much aware of this. They're coming. They're on the way.
Era doesn't have enough mana to...
Wow, okay, Cinderin. I mean...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, the vision, they're really trying to find out exactly where this assassin is. Cheshire Cat, Cinderin can see him. He's going to trigger off the dust. He already takes it for the team. OD imprisonment from Era will allow Cinderin to survive. Roshan is still down at 1/3 of his life, but they start the battle off. Cinderin just explodes as Goddamn brings in that damage. Pointless Blink's on cooldown for the moment. Trigger is one shot back out. Remember, they have no Sonic Wave because they burnt it on that bottom lane fight. And now one Sentry taking out both of the Sentries. Actually, no. The other one on the hillside will survive, and Cinder die. Fireback coming out from Cinder. looks like PR are going to back out for the moment. To actually find that secondary sentry. Throw down their own obs ward right underneath. Sentry was already placed.
Syndrome has to be so careful. I mean, 2 hits from a Clinks and a Sunstrike and he's dead. If anything, I think this stalemate benefits Power Rangers more. They fly back from Syndrome, like not the biggest deal. It's Rubik, but they're sitting on their side of the jungle, whereas Diggity don't really have much to do. Yeah, it was kind of weird because they went for the Roche, and at first I thought it'll be so fast that the vision that Power Rangers had of them going in wouldn't even matter. But Era didn't have that much, like, he's not like the fully sustainable OD right now. He only has 2 points in SSR, and if you want to do Roche fast, having constant hits from Arcano is so important.
That's what. Really Roshan possible with the. That doesn't happen. Now they come back in again. Roshan's off life. Era also is not completely healthy, and you got a Forge Spirit scouting this out. Only got 2 points up in the essence already. Hasn't managed to proc a charge yet, so we're having to bottle up and now face. In fact, they will Forge Spirit to battle against Roshan, but now in comes the improvement. Yamsor's there. The smoke will break there. She can't pick up the curse, catching up Era. Cinder is the other one beating into about 3-man down from Cheshad. Hits perfectly. The Sonic Wave from Qualifier will at least help to kill off the Earth Spirit. You've lost the Rubik as well as the OD. The Bat Riders had no real play with this Blink Dagger of Pit. All Diggity can do is keep PR outside the pit. Tornado from Yamsor's making life a little bit more difficult, Power Rangers. Vision battle continued well. Go back
Roche
in.
is so low though. Like Bat Rider has to try to steal it.
They have to flame break it. Jump in, lasso, Sunstrike's on the way. He's just gonna die in this one. Roshan is killed by the Radiant. And the next assassin is the one to take the Aegis model. Syndrome. He's gonna put the Clinks. Problematic considering Goddamn does not have TP out this one. So into Wyvern also going down, giving easy income. OD Cheshire Cat's Aegis Immortal's already blowing up, but Era's damage is online. And they know exactly where Roshan is, so Syndrome has sacrificed himself for the cause. The issue is getting their vision back up again. Right now, Clinks can't go anywhere. Someone's gonna bring this man a TP. Era is tasked with that job.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I mean,
So they have to know, goddamn.
I mean, Syndrome put him up there. He should be pinging him, or he might have assumed that Clinks has a TP. Like it was a pretty chaotic fight, so he may not have had that time.
The Observer Ward sees the courier coming in. Bat Rider is the name, so if he wants to cancel the TP, could have, but instead he's farming up bottom lane, or hoping to. Out. He would actually commit a little bit of extra time to control him there, keep him out of.
Under attack.
Honestly, though, that better than expected for Diggity. I thought it was going to be a complete disaster, which it was initially, but then it was Nick's assassin who ended up getting the Aegis, which was used right away, and then they managed to put their losses pretty well.
Bring up to have another play at mid. Well, goddamn, just as beating through Gamstor. 3 arrows not enough with Hand of God with the ball. 4 with the 4th arrow and into a kick from Big Num. Finds the kill, so Chen's down. Hand of God is burnt. Lasso from Bat Rider dragging goddamn up. And with the OD ulti combining with a Sonic Wave, that's not a bonus damage, but Era also trapped in the middle. The rest of the PR lineup. A lot of extra damage still arriving from Qualifier. This Queen of Pain has done so much work, not to mention control from the Bat Rider just continues. They go after Orion, and there it is for Qualifier. An ultra kill. He has been the superstar player for Diggity. Game appears no different. He's almost reached up to the top net worths on PR after being 2,000 net worth behind.
He basically has his Orkin now. I didn't expect Power Rangers to be able to, Diggity to win that fight so easily, but I guess the positioning was kind of weird. Fisher Cat.
Just my character set up for doing something, goddamn. Nyx is just so good against that rider. That's the stolen Sunstrike of Cinderin. Trying to kill off Cheshire Cat.
Thank you.
Qualifier has a invis rune right now, top of the orchid. So if he finds Cheshire Cat's pretty much dead. Looks like Cheshire Cat's gonna die here.
See him perfectly, waiting for the sun to also come in. And well, Sunstrike's off target, but with the orchid up and running, Cheshire Cat was gonna die here even without. In fact, look, oh
Wow.
Wow, did he really? Thought he had him in the bag and just fouled out. Cinder died in the meantime. But not actually securing the kill.
Actually, I don't think he knew. Like, I don't think Qualifier assumed that Nyx died. I think he just kind of didn't think it was worth the risk to blink in and possibly die to a rotation from Power Rangers after getting the kill on Nyx.
Surprising. That's the kind of attitude I would have expected from Qualifier. I would have waited for to go for the back himself. The effect as well. Overall, I'm feeling like PR in the one 4,000 network up against no. Is that even enough? Like, how OD could just come back from oblivion.
Sure, but Era hasn't been having the cleanest of games. He was forced into these situations where he had to help his team Roche, which was not very successful. And basically he's been wasting a lot of time he wanted to do a lot of OD things, and I think the smoke might have been scouted out by Power Rangers. They had that vision over there.
Oh.
Yeah, got him is trying to smoke.
Do they have sentry? Yeah, he's broken smoke on a couple of them. They got one sentry on the Chen, and now they see goddamn.
Oh boy.
He'll walk away far enough. Hizu can't keep up with him and Point just on the back lines. That's a big curse. Say goodbye to Cinderin once again. The first actually of war here for Team Diggity. They look for another target. It leads to Yamso. Yamso's 10 army. He gets hand of God off. J4 will have to cold embrace himself up. Waiting for Qualifier to go for this play. He's considering it. The Sonic Wave would kill off A4. Knows it's still very risky to go into this as we actually have a disconnection coming. We've already lost both their support. Chen army too.
That was such a ballsy scout by Goddamn. Like, the Clinks, he... Basically, if Diggity were right on point and they had like a dust right away, that would have been a dead Clink by all rights, but... It was a calculated risk because they had a pretty good idea of where Diggity were, and that basically won them the team fight.
They can't even go for these smoke gangs. Yeah, you got scattered out. Yeah, you. No, they didn't. Sentry was far away. Just seems everywhere Diggity was farmed, there is scattered. Again, they set up with a spy carapace, the 4-star in. Very last moment to push him away from the time Cheshire Cat. It was alone.
Cinderin got the impale though. Super good steal. But I feel like, as you said, Power Rangers are in this game. Not fully, but they have a more flexible, like not needing all our cooldowns or like BKBs. Right now, I think Diggity wants to kind of chill and play the game where they take advantage of Power Rangers' mistakes instead of trying to actively do something with what they have right now. Because Era is somewhat close to his BKB, 1k all the way, and same for Qualifier, or actually he's kind of like 2k off. But if they desperately need BKBs in for the next fight.
Time. While PR gets assassin. Exactly what they're searching for. I also realized too they blocked up their own dire center. Yeah. That was really intentional. What?
What was for the team fight, wasn't it? When Clinks broke the smoke here, in this area, and then they had a kind of like a two-way team fight. It might have been like the timer suggests that it was for the team fight earlier.
Very odd.
They have rules for this.
Oh,
Finally, this critical item. You're up against dominating you. Gem will be rider. Fight could have been so different. The fact that the Clinks was able to walk away from the central Yapsorb and like, and then just came back into the fight later on. Like, Diggity wanted to get a quick move onto the, and they weren't capable of doing. Kizu has just managed to dodge. Oh, actually, no, they
Radiant's top tower
did
is
a
under
timeout.
attack.
yeah, this is pretty important for Diggity because they can't just. They weren't farming too efficiently. They were kind of residing in their jungle, not really able to take much advantage of the
Dire's
bottom
bottom
lane.
tower
Or
is
basic
And
under
links.
attack.
Same time though. Kizu was really ready for Goddamn to arrive just then.
I think Kizu has to be super careful. That gem is pretty fresh, and if you were to lose it within a minute of purchase, that would be very tragic.
Dire's bottom
And
tower
with
is
like the
under
Nick
attack.
as a blink dagger, he does have to be really respectful. Like if he goes for a lasso, and naturally you're gonna have Firefly on, and Cheshire Cat just blinks in with Spike Carapace, that's you're the one that's gonna be stuck on some awkward spot instead of you being able to force staff out into like over a cliff or something.
Kizu was meant. Maybe it's better for.
Yeah, possibly. I think better play here is to kind of they cleared out their own jungle of the radiant wards, so put it back into the stash and get it put it on Qualifier or Era. Probably Qualifier when he gets a BK, so it's pretty safe.
Up from Diggity, helping in the middle. Going to leave. Back into the jungle, get back into the live on fire down on the top lane. They seem to be working for them, but they also don't want to.
Are linked.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Roche is up, so this time though, Power Rangers have a super good way to kill Roche themselves. They have the Solar Crest on Clinks, and Invoker is big now.
And Diggity. Here, look at like in much full. Clinks has so much. Really felt presence of the. Definitely felt presence. The issue is like, he knows he can't go in by. It's the physical.
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy game for Queen of Pain. The team fights need someone to be in front and basically die for him so he can get a good ult off, but he can't aggressively blink in. Like if he were to blink aggressively and there happened to be a Clinks there, he's dead. Same for like Invokers and like Nyx catching the Queen of Pain somehow. I'm wondering like what Diggity want right now, what to do. The second Roche, I feel like this time around it's not gonna be as like the first time they could have gone for it, but Power Rangers happened to have vision of him. But this time around, without the BKBs, they definitely won't be too confident about taking a Roche. For sure, it's going to be contested. They have so many tools to test a Roche from Power Rangers. They have like the they can scout it out so easily with the Sunstrike, Clinks.
Almost like they just have to wait. Yeah, to come. Then the gem needs to go to work. They need to get map. So Overwater times out in 2 seconds. So maybe it's actually not as bad Maybe then they'll see him go in for instead of fighting it. He still needs another minute and be able to get down. Weird timing for Diggity fight. Done on Dire side, Bat Rider. Good.
Yeah, but it's like a team effort kind of thing where some of the players that are unable to do their roles because there's a Nyx assassin, Batrider is not going to feel comfortable just initiating into that. He has to be very picky about which targets to go for in what kind of situations. And you notice like Syndrome is not having the easiest of games either because he had to constantly buy detection against the double invis of Power Rangers, so he's not gonna feel. I mean, look at his items. Like that's 3 shots from Clinks, possibly 2. Probably not 2, but like within a second, he's gonna die to Clinks if he's not super fast on his reflexes.
Got a question for work out what Keizu's effigy. I don't know if this is meant to be like an invoker hype. That's what it almost looks like. One of those moments Dragon Ball, like you're blast.
Looks like it's like kind of like anime character.
That's with all the
Like,
items,
yeah.
especially with I think you Carl, man. Work out like what it is. Yeah, how do you even say apart from just saying like Mikey number
Make a.
okay?
I don't know. What's the nationality? Cause
Because he is German. Boom. He is German. There are 2. Else is from a different. Got a Swede, Dane. I don't know how. I actually don't know how to say. Again.
Jordanian?
Jordanian?
Is it? Isn't that right? Jordanian? I don't know.
I believe so.
Probably isn't Jordanese.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Man, is he
Yeah.
playing with fire?
Canadian sound. Fire all he wants. Right now.
Oh, 40 foot.
He turned around. He didn't know the smoke gank was coming. And this non-stop streak ended by the Clinks because obviously he.
Dire's top tower is
That
under
means
attack.
Roshan. No Queen of Pain for 50 seconds. They're gonna easily slip themselves in and grab Roshan. Nothing to get. Apart from pause the game. That will stop them from.
Yeah. Diggity gonna discuss whether they want to buy back on Qualifier or not. I mean, he actually doesn't have buyback money, but
We're not gonna find that gold. And now
Yeah,
they're
I don't-
trying to defend that chain creeps. That creep wave it.
yeah, I was kind of joking about discussing the buyback, but they definitely shouldn't try to contest, even if they had buyback on Queen of Pain, because Power Rangers didn't expend anything to kill the Queen of Pain, and they're gonna kill this Roche so fast.
I'm actually wondering. Firefly down there. Got and all you can do is just. I think Keizu was actually 0. Because credit to him, he could have eased a lot more death.
Aha.
It's yeah. You know, we talked about this. We talked about this before. Syndrome for so long. There's a level of shite. Guy and pimp.
I mean, at the same time though, now that we're paused and see all the factors, it's like see things in slow motion. X actually does not have a creep right now, so his death pact is not active. That's one thing going for Diggity. If they choose to be a nuisance around the rush pit, they could potentially do what you mentioned with Kizu cliffing someone. Although that would be super risky, and he can only cliff. I don't know, like the Clinks or because everyone has blink daggers. Nyx has a blink dagger, Invoker has a blink dagger. Earth Spirit's gonna just roll out, and whoever can just squeak out with the Arctic Burn. Cliffing is not a very big problem for our Power Rangers at this moment. This time around, goddamn does have that TP.
Currently the never have given. Wait. I hope to get Nyx Assassin probably. Off, or you get a KB on the Bat Rider, so doesn't care about the long way away. Something along returns
With
with
what?
Lotus?
No, I don't think so. It's not a targeting spell. So, what procs Lotus is basically what procs.
Direct ability.
Yeah.
I just
mean,
didn't know like if Spike Carapace is like one of the then like
well,
just sharing the same.
we're going to like quantum Dota. Yeah, reflecting Spike Carapace.
Just imagine how that would work. Like you can only get hit by Spike Carapace once. So it wouldn't be this never-ending. Like,
Yeah, like what if you could reflect blade mail damage with blade mail, so two people meet and they turn on blade mail and they instantly die and the game crashes.
Obviously, there must be some level of exception.
Yeah.
Frick Dota mechanics. How to attempt to break. It was like when the Morphling and Morphling Replicant and Viper had that thing, roasted skin. It was any form of damage. So when Morphling Replicant roasted skin was shocking. If the Viper actually attacked the Viper Replicant.
Yeah. I remember doing a test on that lobby. Viper took like 800 damage overall, just by hitting his own illusion once. Pretty absurd too. It's just so annoying that you're slow, but
What's
it's
the damage with the?
Yeah, basically. I mean, there's no way to. It was global.
Yeah, it was global. It's now been reworked so long ago. But imagine the concept where Jen sends the rep back. He crack up for a password. Brilliant. Love it. Running out of time. There's some strict about timing. they don't allow for much delay.
Alright, I'm
Yeah.
back.
For some reason, it said I was offline,
Okay.
which is usual considering it's a drop on my end. Looks fine on my end. Weird things. I don't know if we're actually gonna, like, we've got to start again. Like,
Yeah, I heard the admin is stick to the rules.
yeah.
I think like our Power Rangers use their pause time, then they could be like a good sport and allow Dig to solve out their problems.
I always feel real. What? Or you could be the bad guy. You have to make the bad or the goes to the admin. So here and join Dota. It was one of the running negotiation stuff like I because normally in the bad guy at one I have to draw a line. I'm meant to be the good. Ah, okay. Same kind of thing for the. Want to be the good. Want to. Well, actually, no. You don't always want to be the good guy. There are definitely some like to be. I'm not mentioning anyone by name.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about rules though, it was kind of annoying when people would when the rules aren't enforced and people are always late to matches. Then try to be, you know, professional, prompt, but yeah, wait every match like for 20 minutes to sometimes like close to an hour. It gets pretty annoying, and there were matches where you want the admins to be a dick to the other team because they were late and they weren't being very professional. Talking about a medallion, which curious as to if it's to counter from goddamn, or just because they were in such a bad position that they wanted to somehow get the next Aegis, because the Aegis kind of acts like a BKB. They aren't able to farm up BKB, have to another way to. They can just avoid team forever. This rate, the PR is gonna run around the whole map and own for themselves.
Checking. Okay, well, looks like we're gonna wait for a little bit. We're actually gonna go to a short break, guys. So stay tuned. Alright, I missed nothing. Alright, we'll be back with the end of. I bloody knew it. Second. Can we go to a... I should have just played chicken with it. Should have just played chicken. No. Just get the game and we go again. Yeah, we're all good. We're audio's up. Everything's fine.
Alright. That was kind of epic. I after I was like that, I was hoping for some kind of like for no Diggity to somehow go against all odds and try to contest the Roche.
Hey, you were the one
crazy
that was
stuff. Right.
you were suggesting caution. Just
Yeah,
hold back.
I was.
Don't attack
I mean,
into Wait for them to attack into tier
three.
towers.
Every percent has two sides to Toby. There's evil me and there's the, you know, the angel he, you know, the angel on the left side, devil on the right side thing.
We need to bring the devil in your Syndrome. He's a good. The wonderful
Syndrome
guy.
is, I mean, it's when I look at his 1.5 pick right now, it kind of reminds me of myself. Though I can't just bring myself to out of him. They're very times for a 5 position player. Just look at it, all the stuff that killed you in that. Scary. But they do have a KB on arrow, so that means they have one guy who can stand somewhat in the middle of the team fight. He's gonna get burst and the invoker if he's out of position.
Let's go back to tower up on the top lane. Diggity.
Yeah, Diggity,
Great off, that's all.
yeah.
You can't win that race though.
Dire's top tower is under
One of the
attack.
very few last from team that just doesn't have a feel pushing out behind them now. Well, spike arrow there, the Yule Scepter with Meteor and the blast pushes back, and the path hit every last remaining player team Diggity. Point for the ball preventing them with the turn on. But they already got 3 kills going the way here of PR. They want to back up. The Devil side second thing. The 10 army is spun up and yeah. Amstor I think is trying to pick that thing up. He's in his crit. Diving off the era. His spike carpet's expecting some sort of revenge attack. And he'll burn the eggs of the Amstor 10 army that was in there doing it. Now the old has stolen so much and stuff. Don't kill him. Now what? Clinks does take a fall. Kesha Cat will join him as well.
Dire's middle
Absol's
tower
gonna
is
finally
under
die.
attack.
So Diggity loots absolutely every fight. It's gone on for so long. The Syndrome she managed to respawn and thank the micro.
Oh, man.
He actually troll trapped up Arise, not allowing him to leave the range of the tower. Find the bonus damage in combination with the spirit. They actually get an end revenge kill over Worker, even if they get the extra. Still stop PR from the top racks.
You know, all things considered, that was a they fought 2 supplies. They did lasso pretty much because you got kind of right away. The counter initiation, and they somehow managed to keep your and basically team white power. That was sort of Power Rangers being a big top. Oh my god, he uses 10-second BKB.
Yeah. I'm gonna apologize, man. We are, as well as to anyone, hopefully they are hearing it on the live stream. But we are having a couple of internet problems, so we're dropping down a little bit. That's causing. I'm hoping that as far as this. I know our Skype. Hold on for a moment, hope. Now, problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Hey, yeah, they finally got that damage though. Toby, are you here?
Where's the pleasure in that?
yeah, sorry, man. I said like I was.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah, Diggity are feeling a lot more confident after that whole at the tier 3. They got their second BKB on Qualifier to third on 2, so that hit initiate and be more impactful.
They're gonna back up. No. Why do I feel like I just got? Okay, guys, we're gonna drop the stream down for just a quick second, and we'll be coming back in just a moment. Stay tuned for that one. keep with our local recording. So, yeah. Stop it because
An article of faith.
I mean, just get here right now. He's much more confident in the big head Cheshire Cat.
yeah, they haven't got the
Or the Spike
He's
Griffin.
actually been able to get into and make it cold and race. And now goddamn gonna open over on Kira. It's just a little crazy. He went a bit from behind thanks to Koi for that BKB, allowing him to continue by blinking up, chasing it after J4, but Koi, the Sunstrike, the BKB wear off in time, but the physics damage uphill. Some of luck finally comes the way of Diggity. The rock also becomes far enough to reach over to him. Kaizu.
Radiant's bottom
Tim
tower
Meyer.
is under
So
attack.
Diggity able to scramble themselves away from what look at me, it could have been a terrible fight for them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He was no
Alright.
longer son was such a deal.
I'm waiting for like so point for this building for an app. He's almost that's actually the choice here, like would like just block that orchid, or is it just like have that big team that
I think Magnum's is okay because they can't afford to. They already have a OD ult which has cooldown, and there's no way around it. And just build Aghanims and shorten the cooldown. So for them, too long cooldowns might be a bit too much. So being like a 40-second cooldown on our Sonic Wave is going to make it a lot easier to maneuver around the map. If they can only rely on the Sonic Wave, it's basically going to Rangers do whatever they want with these two Invis heroes and the Invoker who's becoming a monster.
We're back up again. Hopefully everyone will light with us. Chat as well. We're just on the wrong.
Dire's bottom tower is under
beautiful.
attack.
That was the problem. So we're on the down. That's being corrected. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. I said that as I want to throw.
I think one thing we haven't really noticed is the amount of pressure that the Diggity are putting on Power Rangers. With the lead Power Rangers had, they're playing a very conservatively because we've been watching with Vision. With the gen, they hadn't lost the gen since their purchase, so it's been like what, close to 15 minutes that they purchased a gem. And it's actually, yeah, it's been keeping them in the game pretty well. Like these
fights as well. It has been some odd game. Single time has been like. Yeah, this time like moments like this where Cinderin up by the hit the ground and goddamn will obviously he does a little bit of damage. But this thing is fine for still buying time for Aaron Army is on his way to not going to paint it up for Rag himself to become a lot closer buyback at 800. Can complete up an act himself to see an army on the field, and the BKB from very long way away is getting a hell of a lot.
Yeah, for sure, they're doing a good job of preventing Power Rangers from progressing the game, which is like the tier 2s or
Radiant's
tier
bottom
3
tower
top.
is under attack.
But I think the cores on Diggity want to get more armor. Basically, seems to be going for a Shiva card, and if Qualifier goes for an AC, that could be a pretty nice combo to keep
Radiant's
the
bottom tower has fallen.
to that stage of the game where physical damage is going to burst damage.
bounce it.
But yeah, looks like Quakefoot is gonna go for a Hex at the AC.
Actually, I'm still all for that. Best way to stop damage.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. But you do have a Clinks. I mean, Bat Rider to control the Clinks. It's not for every situation, obviously. I think armor wasn't an issue. As Era could have, he would wanted to go for Hex. Probably because you usually want a Hex or a Moonshot after your Blink BKB, an OD. So it's kind of like Koima is gonna carry the Hex for Era.
Does so much damage. Can't kill the Black Dragon. Save that Black Dragon. Yep, well of it, like, so far from the set of men. And right now he's walking around with Death Pact.
Kind of risky what Goddamn's doing. He's being very.
Like, there's no saving grace. I only save him from the attacks. Oh, wow, like the Fireflies. When the attacks saves him, may even just Yamsaw. Oh, gonna. Okay, they curse on him. Ketchia can't follow up. The Emperor's will protect the Chandelast is over on the Earth Spirit. He did actually finish enough, but Era's still trying to see intelligence. If possibly 25 intel going his way as a rock boy keeps the chase going up to J4 with a double kill off the back of his stream. Chen actually managed to even find a kill in that battle. Like, didn't even die through it all. Yamsol survives, and he gets a kill. Yeah. Interesting curse too. It felt odd. Mission target going Yamsol.
Oh, he had all the units around him, but Chen is kind of tricky right now. I mean, he has 20-something armor. It didn't end up doing that much damage. A4 thought Chen died basically during the duration of the Winter's Curse, but that wasn't the case, and it kind of split the team where Nyx he had to follow up on the Winter's Curse, and he wasn't in a position to use his spell set for the really important cores like the Queen of Pain or the OD. But BKBs anyway.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
2 months when he's got no deep behind him. Probably extending that mana when he's looking at his trigger. They're moving as quick as they can, dig it. You take one good fight. For like they normally have a line which is really great at pushing down buildings. Like to take a fight and then fall down a building. Some tier 2 and tier 1 tower. It's a great way to doing most of the work for. Get up and down. Looking at tower power ranges. The one remaining now for Dig on the hard lanes.
I'm actually really surprised that Diggity it feels like they're a team that force mistakes from or like the Power Rangers. On paper, they shouldn't lose the team fight, at least not as badly as they are losing, but it's almost like the patience of Diggity are getting to the heads of Power Rangers. They're
Patient.
Yeah, there's a big.
They gotta go for.
Yeah. And
They wait for PR, because PR also scouted Chen's.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're gonna let
Structures
this go.
are fortified.
Step as far as they can. So don't get ganked by PR before Roshan happens.
I mean, they're still gonna fight. Is everything ready? Yep. So is this gonna be a deja vu? Oh,
sheer cap up by Sinner and back down again. The cursor on Yapstor, but where's the damage? Queen of Pain to blink herself out under the top for EKB. Nira still fighting for Hitsu. Okay, he'll also back up. The head goes back off cooldown. Yap brings his army back over with a Centaur stump. He's on big dump. He will be successful with it and shit. 3-man dump. The 1-for-2 trade-off. Zero drops the hammer down. Goddamn way to now in comes Point, but no BKB. He's got the Sonic Wave, but he just fine. Throw down the Sonic Wave. He'll kill Object 4. Alright, there's another link out from Point. It's the Point, keeping them out. The Sunstrike Point, but walks back in split. He up on self. Thinking to rise to the next level, but Era still goes. He's all intelligent. 2 attacks will get off of the Invoker. So, again, he's a powerhouse and quite. Well, he looked his pants at something, and yeah, he's.
That was like good of an initiation that Power Rangers want to get it. We're going to get the Sunstrike just barely off the mark, or it was a bit too late to finish up, which is pretty. And I'm wondering, is missing about Diggity's lineup, or are they just playing amazing gameplays that they're able to come out ahead on I mean, they do have BBs, but
it's the close gates and lack of real just now. Like the last 2 times the curse has been used, it's kind of and like that's all together. That's all. But even in Sin, that last one was able to get the lift to the next down, so there was no follow-up damage.
yeah, it's like every time Power Rangers bring the fight to Diggity, usually the ones who the fight are they have the element of surprise, which they did, but it wasn't enough. Now, it's not like they're lacking items. I mean, the Nyx he has a pretty dream item. He has a blink. Agnes, he's going for an Octarine core. What it looks like. Yeah, it's could potentially get ridiculous, but he's not a real factor in team fights because cores on Diggity still have pretty long BKBs. Like Aikens on OD, Bat Riders is fresh 9 seconds. Qualifier is actually
like I would have expected. I don't know if it goes like EE style with a blink kind of play, but when the assassin goes in, got like a rise as well as a couple of steps behind the Nexus. That spell came and then went naturally around. Took with some.
He also went for Lincolns, so he has basically Lincoln, Solar Crest. I mean, the Solar Crest you could look at it as a damage item. It's like a really fully damage, so as if he doesn't have that much net worth, like Dezo. As a Dezo, he hasn't really grown much. And consider the these heroes really all that deep by nature. Could have gone for like a Daedalus or an MKB.
Diggity. I don't know if they want to go high ground. Still, they're in a high ground. A lot of counter initiation from that, if it does work, they fall a long way back. Potentially, actually, it's not. Having now everyone. These are 2 untouchable. Because like I was making the choice, like you're seeing die on the back line swap, everyone's just basically out and fighting away from the earth. How many O's do you see that get heavy stolen?
Yeah, this OD, we didn't have the biggest impact early mid game. It's becoming the piece for Diggity. It's just like the entire lineup is built around OD. As you mentioned, sadly, is not the tower hitter. Oh, he's gonna need some help from like the sort of the pain for the tower.
Look, damn, rank is ridiculous. Yeah. He just has Sunstrike as well from push back. here and he hit. I have to zoom far just so I can even.
I mean, Treasure Cat should get a Aether lens. It's for show. I mean, it wouldn't even just be for show. It actually have practical deal to mana for someone like an OD. There's like 800 mana.
Said he's. I'm wondering when he's trying to produce the.
The cooldowns basically. He wants to mana the hell out of Queen of Pain. Basically anyone that we mention it, they have end heroes.
He's just.
Obviously, Impale and Spike Carapace are gonna take those two because Spike Carapace will go down to 7.5 seconds, and stun being 2.4 seconds is like 5 seconds you're gonna get stunned for 2.
So like, tries to make the run up. He's gonna blink TP himself out. There's no civil breaks. The media get that momentum is instantly turned around. Holding the middle lane with just the ancient creeps of Yap. The bottom lane's pushed far enough anyway. Now I could be that right. Okay, do it. Diggity lose 8. Well, the choice if they really want to keep going, if they the confidence.
Worthy tribute.
Like,
I think Power Rangers understand this, like, that they feel too comfortable about just a straight up high ground with the line that they have. So if Power Rangers don't give them an opportunity to pick while they have Aegis, they're under no immediate threat to lose a set of rounds. But at the same time, they have to be under some discussion about what items are going to really change the dynamics of this game. Like, the ideal needs more damage. Invoker is kind of reaching slot. He could possibly switch out the hits for an Octarine and Yules for a Hex. Nyx Assassin does pick either lens. It's actually such an amazing defense tool. It's Diggity have, because that means neither the D or Campaign actually want to go anywhere near the background, because Nyx is gonna matter burn them from like 1,500 range away.
It looks like we had a couple of a little bit of lag issue is coming back. T guys is still running around. Hopefully we are on the right internet. I can tell you that much. Sorry. That's fine.
Are you having some lag issues?
Yeah,
Like,
it's just yeah, ping. We're IT guys is rambling or trying to find the problem. Apologize. Also doesn't help when we run.
Looks like Power Rangers are smoked. I don't know how many. It's like they've had so many smoke this game. They're gonna use a smoke, probably hoping for early road fun. Yeah. Hellbear are actually spotted out. Yeah. Or it made a motion to slap. God. I don't know how to. It doesn't have true sight.
Was God damage gifted?
So, either way, Diggity are completely aware of what Power Rangers are doing and general whereabouts.
Making sure.
Did they?
Pushing it nicely, Diggity. I think the mission task jumps. It's up here. For the moment, and the BKB. Deadpool has to curse, but goddamn, being dragged back up into the tier 4 tower. Yapsa will bring back into play as goddamn BKB is torn off, and he's burning up inside the mob fire. Throws Ancient Dragon. Orion also run after him with a sonic wave. It'll connect. Still got Era also running up to the tier 10. Dignum, he was in so deep, and Diggity will take 4 heroes off here. They also just, they also took the They removed Jan's gem. Roshan's been time. The sole survivor of Power Rangers.
I think the problem for Power Rangers is that their initiation is not reliable. The follow-up, they're being kited in a way that you try to kill this guy and then this guy gets glimmer caped, then J4 uses his ult, Winter's Curse, but it's not actually the best initiation tool unless the guys from the allies attacking it. So we saw it was Winter's Curse, but he didn't take any damage. He was actually able to blink out after the Winter's Curse. They're having some targeting issues, and Qualifier is going to blink in aggressively.
Yes, who almost managed to catch up to him. They do get the buyback out on the right. You can already see Mater may keep that bat right there longer. Perfectly alright.
Yeah, so we're with the casual E-blade on the chin.
How is it meant to attack when you can... KB doesn't last long enough. Seconds is still even long enough for him. Oh, gotta be really cool. They start going on Roshan again. Or potentially, and they get from Diggity, saw the work happening. Who's gonna go inside the fire? Actually dodges the wait. Dren is actually going to Arctic Burn himself up on top of the hillside and steal the Tornado. And KB from the rock has been expended. It will find Kessler, but then didn't actually rocket tornadoes and Roka. You will pop into battle or pop back. The curse is pretty decent. But throw out the oldie with some decent damage of his own Era. Second the one's living, even though the BKB to keep getting stunned up. A 4-star from that was Glimmer Cave. Point but still so low that they've managed to find a kill over on the Earthstroke. Cinder and keep fighting. Now he gets Splinter Blast again. J4 finally will end up dying. As the lurker doesn't work, and goddamn will get his face from the hillside up on the stairs, looking to finally finish off. Many of these Diggity players they're going to be able to, and that's quite a fair amount with Qualifier. He's going to manage to kill, but does he survive 1 sec till blink? A miss just from goddamn as well as not being the case. Qualifier, Cheshire Cat will actually attack him down basically. Assassin on the sideline gains 1.1k gold for it. Huge amounts of money coming the way of the net. Roshan coming the way of goddamn.
Oh, it's been such a long time since Power Rangers were able to break in a team fight, and they finally take one after what could have been the end of the game if they had lost that, because Arise bought back for that. Still, their execution was really good this time compared to the first place, but I think the same problem lies in that they're targeting. It's as if like the first target is going to hidden by like a Glimmer Cape or like some Chen heals, and they have to switch targets, and this constant switching targets is gonna force Power Rangers to reposition themselves into these awkward positions. I don't actually know how exactly they have to solve this issue, because I think the big thing is Winter's Wyvern's ult is no longer such a convenient initiation.
Visibility.
You have like
I always wonder if it ever really damage production. So small. Never catch like a together. Up AoE. It's almost like we throw the curse. Someone out of that target.
And we witnessed Quita being
Dire's
such a
middle
good
tower
damage
is under
dealer. That's
attack.
why he was kind of he had a good start. Like among his team, he probably had the smoothest start. He started off with quick orchids. His journey to his BKB got somewhat delayed, and Era took over after he got his BKB, and they made that high ground and hold that top. But since Quita has quietly become almost the main force, it's like Era is acting as bait, get initiated on, and tanks with his BKB and Chen support, while Quita is actually the one that does the killing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Guys, so looks like time for the 1 hour mark on this game. We actually solved our lag problems. Tap again, free to spam up Carlex at the self. Better look.
Yeah.
The
audio.
holding in the trees, the tornado. Pick up a cat. Look at his BK as well as BT, so he'll BKB and then just BD himself away to safety. It's already a 5-second BKB anyway, and PR is going to waste a little bit of time chasing out. They're actually having their wreck being attacked. Bottom tier 3 down during.
Yeah, it's still not the biggest deal. Just like the team fights are the ones that actually matter right now. But can he really? What can he replace? He's slotted, but now he's gonna hold on to his buyback. For sure, he has some travel. Kind of feels like a stalemate because Diggity to get a pickup to I want to go straight against like a full slotted invoker with an Aghanims, Aetherlands, Nyx. This can be so efficient at mana burning first that walk up the hill. But at the same time, PR don't really want to go high ground now. The game has progressed to a point where they're not too confident in taking team fights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nothing back. Nope, they're retreating as well. Really want anything to do. Not for now. Should mop up creep wave on bottom landing it. Double catapult creeps. Good alien line on the right. Do it. 1 minute left on that Aegis. They're ready to fight.
Yeah. I'm surprised Yapster hasn't picked up one of the golem creeps for the ancients. Could place these Thunderhides with the ones that actually give you a really nice buff, but maybe he was unlucky with the spawns. I remember his team killed one of the golems. Well, a big no moment for Chen.
You know how I'm sorry guys, I said 100% in the chat and I was wrong. The issue came back again. I had confidence. Now IT guys. I'm just trying to give a little bit more protection to this. It's like Diggity's main focus. That creep wave in on the bottom lane and attacking in. Most exposed part of the PR. Overwood up on the side, they got a more vision to try and play that.
It's sort of a kind of like a stalemate in the sense that it's just rinse and repeat right now. They don't quite have requirements to go high ground and force it. But at the same time, there's nothing new that they can go for. Like the Aegis is already taken. everyone has buybacks, and they're gonna assume that everyone has buybacks.
Pretty much everyone's got.
Qualifier is so rich, he can actually sell one of his items and replace it with an actual pull slot worthy.
He's got to replace the orchid. Yeah, the
Probably,
only question
yeah.
is, like, does he go for more damage?
Invisibility regeneration.
Try and get. Again, like, you've got to sight the fire. The only other thing would be then assault Cuirass.
Oh, quite close.
They're gonna find him. They curse him, but they
Winter
can't
curse.
because you dipped it. Wipers can have time. He'll maybe at a BKB and blink. No, they actually have enough stuns and damage to kill him off.
They used a refresher for that on the Invoker, but I mean, the kill is definitely worth it.
That's what I said too. Fire's managed to catch him out. The E-Blade made him work for it. Now, two heroes on the sideline. Both do have buyback. You also just lost your Chen army, which was never part of the plan here for Diggity.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The ops up to
Dire's
fortify.
structures are fortified.
Have no momentum really over the river for him. Bottom lane's kind of been stalled up, and in fact, the top lane will push eventually. But they get the last two, dragging Cheshire Cat all the way back in. He'll be cold and great for the moment. Then you actually get Synderen, who steals Burrow of all things. Double buybacks were expended for this. They hold
What
them in
the? Synderen? Okay, he's just
toggling
slowing.
it. Toggling Burrow.
Okay.
He can't
I
use it
thought-
for anything, right?
Yeah, there was one of those situations we talked about, Toby, like the Quantum Dota. Like, the game crashing, Synderen stole something he wasn't supposed to steal.
With Nick down for 60 seconds, maybe they're gonna try and fall. It's the standard play now from Diggity. Like, hey, well, we're all alive. They got one player down, but in the bottom lane, we add the pressure on. Strikes a PR. Yeah, we'll start doing the same kind of mid lane. You could wait for next Roshan, but maximums. And already the scouting for PR and Diggity.
Double damage.
Yeah, unfortunate for Diggity, but they probably want to get at least a Roche or even out the buybacks, but Ice Frog is not really helping them get either one.
Stop it.
You know what would be
Sounds in the ears.
Synderen is burrowed and he steals another ability, but he is unable to unburrow. That would be kind of funny.
Be like same position as you get.
Yeah, except he's burrowed underground, but he lost his ability to, you know, the burrow skill, so he's unable
should
to
stop it
unburrow.
though if you cancel the bar.
I don't think it works like that. Is it?
Well, I'm
Because
assuming
you
you can't
can't-
TP while you're bar. That would just be it.
Use your items while you're burrowed, though. Yeah.
Okay, so you can technically just
You-
like burrow and yeah during it. Break the mechanic later. They want goddamn, but instead, well, Cheshire Cat burrows up. BKB quickly up from point, but by the time Synderen, he'll be demanding to get cursed. Batrider turns to attack him, and Synderen still alive on 6 life. He can't burrow himself up in time, and Diggity lost 2 players, but Era tries to get a town. He's got himself a double kill. Dignum will actually protect him for the moment, as you have Thor trying to steal the gems back, keeping the vision up so they can see Cheshire Cat drop his ultimate orb so he can hold on to this thing, but Era so low on life, now he goes down, they don't have enough damage anymore. Yamsaw, Hands of God, but it's all too late for the fight. It's a triple kill for goddamn. Clinks just does too much work here. The Sun Strike, a little bit of mid-time there for a rise, but you don't really care. Goddamn is ripping base apart. He'll go through the mid-melee ranks to start with and rotate wherever the hell he wants now.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Oh man. Arise almost cancelled quick TP. I wouldn't have the biggest deal, but
But it would have freed them up to at least ensure tower on bottom. Now they're being more cautious about the engaging point where actually runs out. Half of his life to goddamn, but the BTs are coming in. So say hello to Orion again, he's returned home.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And tier 3 tower will go down.
Dire's bottom
Racks to
tower
follow.
has fallen.
This looks pretty much like a game, but
Dire's bottom
we are still gonna
barracks
back
are under
out. They don't have Megas up just yet, and Diggity. They haven't got it home. Yeah.
Yeah, with this Roche though, it's gonna be pretty close again because the sheer amount of lives that Power Rangers are gonna have to throw at Diggity with 2 racks up, 1.5. Actually 2, and Creeps took care of the range.
Getting cheese in their hands. The ultimate orb. Maybe it was denied up. And drop like 2k around just to grab that gem so we can see the hopes of Chen having like a second sight then a fight. Pretty much gone unless this game's gonna go even longer than it already has.
Oh, nice. The Arise scouts out the Grella attempt from Batrider and Queen of Pain.
One was one pick off to create.
You know, this Nyx Assassin is, he's become ridiculous. You often don't see a Nyx Assassin with these items. Three
Money left us. Waiting for his own side device to appear. Drop that ether lens and pick up. I don't know if he even needs to hold on to the gem. You also make him. You don't want to make him just in. The OD will just like. This could be our final push. Yeah. Now on the way in, goddamn. A gets us a long time, so this will be the hardest fight to Diggity. You still have to find something. It's on cooldown.
Dire's top tower has
Praying.
fallen.
It's actually power. He's running on a refresher orb, so now he doesn't actually have his buyback. Money on a recipe. But he doesn't have buyback available at the moment. The only one with buyback, apart from Rubik, off cooldown, as far as countdown time.
You have to take risk when you're in such a bad position.
He has a refresh, I can understand it now. He's gonna get the lance through. Over on the Winter Wyvern. They pick him up, and J4 nuke down very, very quickly. The Gem's back over on the deck point, but he got hexed up by a rise, and BK beat himself forward, and they follow up. They really want this death on point for the Hand of God. Make him enough life. In fact, he will. Turns for the Sonic Wave, hitting nicely, but now refresher up again, and Era, he's getting a lot of stolen intelligence. Big Nuts has to cheat himself back up. You've got the range ranks down, but you're losing everyone for Power Rangers. Goddamn will join him. Remember, he does not have buyback. He used it in the last fight, but in Boker and Nyx, they do. They're to the front line. Era stunned up. The EMP trying to burn off a little bit more of the mana as Synderen hoping for some triggers, but damn, he's gonna get triggered by goddamn physical damage. Era with 85 stolen intelligence. That gem is still on the ground. They're going to imprison up the Nyx Assassin. Spycraft was allowed to break free, but now Era, there's your attack. Look at the EPS. 105 stolen intel on the back of an OD. Their tier 4 talents currently surrounded by a huge swarm. Have to deal with this. All Power Rangers after heavy amounts of biomass coming out from them. Well as Invoke putting theirs on cooldown, meaning Earth Spirit's the only one with buyback off CD right now for PR.
And just when I thought the game was gonna be over, by all rights, because they were fighting it to basically, if you count a cheese as one more life, fighting it to like 11 lives. But I think the problem for Power Rangers was that their the first wave of attack, they used so much, but they actually didn't kill anything. They tried to kill Qualifier. Arise used double Meteor Blast, double Hex, but it didn't really lead to anything, and they used their first round of BKBs, but Era has a refresher BKB, so can't really be 10 seconds of BKB at this point in the game with only a 5-second BKB.
Here I thought this game was gonna. This game has managed to. 14,000 net worth experience back up again by about. Well, actually no, that's more than that. That's actually 28,000. 28,000. Do my math properly, Toby. While I'm not doing two different numbers in my head. It was a 24,000 swing to start with, and then swings back up by 16k, and then back down again by 8k. Gold swing also roughly about 22,000. Back up again to almost be level on both with DiG expansion. There's still every lane down apart from that melee racks on top lane. Everything else has been damn good, but apart from that.
I mean, they are so lucky that they were able to save that last racks, because meta creeps, some lineups can deal with mega creeps, but this lineup I don't think has much of a chance dealing with mega creeps. Not if AoE, no lifesteal. It's hard enough for Diggity's lineup to reach the base of Power Rangers in a meaningful fashion anyway, but they're gonna find Bignum here.
Yeah, that's a big find as well. Last two, we were hoping to maybe a BT and bo3 will come and help him find a kill, but seconds on the sideline. Cinderella actually still rolling boulder. Bottom lane's pushing in again. He must BT back to defend. Firebacks are all starting to come off cooldown now for DiG 2. Bad Rider is Rubik are the only one.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
I feel like Power Rangers, all they have to do is keep track of the glyph location on Diggity and just go backdoor. With the Clinks, it should take 3 seconds. Clinks might not die, but he's for sure gonna have buyback ready, so.
You just commit the clink. Now with damn BT direct.
Yeah,
You
or
need to have like superior damage. What he's got right now.
I feel like it's not even that big of a risk because he, goddamn, already has a Lincoln's BKB. So if he, every time he goes up, he has a DD right now. He goes up and he uses BKB and hits it, and if they Diggity do activate glyph, he can just TP out and there's I can stop him. You have to be able to proc the Lincolns through BKB, but there's only a lasso for it. Or like possibly Chen could have stolen creeps.
There's a pressure on the Bat Rider.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So it becomes a little risky. Like he could. The issue is that Bat Rider didn't now. Like he. But on the PR have like. Say goodbye to Chen's army. Time it won't be saved by.
Item progression for the cores on Power Rangers is pretty much a dead end. This is like the end game. Arise has do 9k gold, probably buy a moon shard just for the hell of it. Goddamn, he could maybe place the Dezo or the Lincolns, depending on what he values more.
Alright, so what do you now in this game? I'm watching Big Num just back at the fight. It's not even. Rise has so much money he can't even use it at the moment.
Yeah, he should buy all the
BKB. What else do you get? Like, the only other buy?
Yeah, basically Moonshard and buy all the consumables for the team. Like all the wards, sentries. Just spam sentries as long as you have buyback and all the smokes.
Everything.
I mean,
has he actually spent his cash yet? Hey, your buyback's still on cooldown for now and you got 4.2. Answers there. You got Valid Discord, so I don't want to say Dagon. But the amplification you get from it, that bad to get a quick pop kill on.
Diggity are smoked right now. They're gonna look fine. Goddamn.
Fine, goddamn. Triggers the lasso. I mean, triggers the Lincoln Spear. It's the lasso over on Goddamn, and that's a very dead Clinks. 2 minutes worth of... They still have to BT back though. The creep wave has arrived at their base. They have a small window where they could force fire back against on one of their big...
Are under attack.
One step at a time. I think Diggity, their options are sort of limited because, as I mentioned, their lineup is not the best at dealing with strong creep. Even now, I think Power Rangers, if they had perfect information, they could have made an attempt at Roshan. They're gonna play it safe.
Sebastian shows himself after Batrider just... They want to go in again with a BKB up. Cheshire Cat's going to get awkward, but the curse on the Batrider. Keizu goes down. The Era blinked him, well, jumped himself forward and found himself actually killing his own teammate cost of it.
That was the best Winter's Curse all game. The most effective one at least. A lot of the Winter's Curses, to be honest, I felt like they were detrimental to the team. In fact, like I felt like it prevented people from doing damage because they don't really take any damage from your own teammates. So Clinks and Evoker had to switch targets whenever the Winter's Curse was happening.
Go for a scrub. He's already got his own. Place that all. They also understand like they need to break the Lincoln. Lincoln's an easy. Really is it? I have to start entering. Like, we're in a 78-minute game, and not a single Rapier has actually been purchased. How long is it going to take? We get a refresher orb instead for double Hex, double BKBs, everything he's got. Throws it into.
I mean, the thing is, Toby, that the Rapier is kind of awkward for Power Rangers because they're in a pretty stable spot, right? They just need one more racks for Mega Creeps. They could possibly resort to Rad Tactics. Don't really need a Rapier because Clinks does so much damage. And for Diggity, like, their heroes don't really synergize with the Rapier. I can see Qualifier maybe switching out the... Nevermind. He got the refresher. For the Orchid. But I was gonna say...
I was thinking like he might be a carrier as well. The refresher is priority. Same for the both magical spellcasters that be converted into physical.
Treasure Cat with double cheese, actually. Actually, didn't know cheese had a 30-second cooldown. Pretty cool.
Surprising you put J4's holding on to gems at the moment. Right. Down burn, J4's gonna break the green line. But actually just use his ult. He needed to. It's the only way he can keep that middle lane out. All Diggity you want to do is protect. They don't even have the extra cash. Maybe can expend it. Buy a bunch of observe wards and around the base, but they've only got one down at the moment. They can't, there's no observe minutes. However, you can have them all the time.
Yeah, it's... I feel like Diggity are only stalling right now. They're hoping for some kind of miracle for Power Rangers to get overly confident, throw bodies at them. A lot of this game depends on Power Rangers to make mistakes.
Diggity, there's the lasso, man, pick up goddamn Cheshire Cat, however, gets the double stun on Qualifier, as well as Era. Keizu's going to be cursed up, so he's not on this fight just yet. The refresher off up, now into his BKB, but the Nixon is down. That Rax is still alive, goddamn, trying to bring it down, but Yapstor actually fits. There goes immediately Rax. Megas are up and running. Hero will defensively imprison himself. He really wants to find that kill over on Goddamn. Again, they trigger the Lincoln Sphere. They need that Clinks down, and they're gonna bring him down as well. 98 seconds. Buyback is available. But Diggity are now in a position where they're up against Megas. They may have no other choice but to run down the mid. Killing off in Wow. You've actually still got the buybacks available.
Is under attack.
PR, they're down 3 core heroes. They have Megas to give themselves such room.
I mean, at this point, they sort of have to just go down, go for the kill. They can leave 2 people to defend the lanes and meet up probably at mid with Boots of Travels. I mean, look at Era. With all these items, he's having trouble sustaining against these creep.
Somehow need more. They just don't have it. PR don't even to expend their buybacks. 82 minutes in, got mega creeps on your side. Even if you lose your mid ranks, you're still ahead. The only thing which you would be facing would be like Diggity taking towers, but this is an OD we're talking about. There's no damage coming from that, which really helps. The Queen of Pain can come over. That's really all. The Chen army has to be used top lane of Faye, or the Qualifier keeps that bottom lane pressured out. Now you've taken so long to get here. Clinks respawns in 13 seconds. Arias could just buy it back to push them back out of the base. You can say goodbye to your tier 3 tower, Era. Gonna get hit up a little bit. He's already looking for the initiation at Era. Okay, one way to give him a little bit more damage. Stolen Alacrity from Cinder and put it on the back of Era. He'll take out the range rank almost. Cheshire Cat now burrows himself up for the stuns. Well, that's up in just a couple of moments' time. The Zen army has still kept that top lane at bay, allowing Diggity to keep this push going.
Yeah, they don't have much time for Diggity. Oh, Winter's Curse wasted.
Yeah, and Qualifier wants pouncing it straight away. J4 down, no buyback over on him. They lasso Cheshire Cat out. The BKBs are off for Qualifier, but this will allow Era to get some nice early stolen intelligence. Not mentioned, still over on the Nyx Assassin. There's gems lying all over the ground at the moment. The question is, like, how much do you try and take? Take the range, you can take the melee. The Chen army is dying on the top lane, but Diggity have to come back at one point, but Era heads up for Rise, wants to go for more. He doesn't have a refresher of him. Big Num into the front line. Lucasfield protect kind of major abilities, but Era, now the BKB wears off. Big Num, he's alive on 50 life. The creep wave's on the way in, but you've lost the OD. He'll buy back into the game and instantly keep it on top of Qualifier. They are really going to try and force the issue on Qualifier. He's also going to go down. His buyback is available. Hasn't used it straight away, but this is kind of all or nothing right now from Diggity. Here's your buyback. They'll keep me on top of Era, and Era in turn drops the ulti down. Goddamn, takes huge amount of damage with a sonic wave. They bring down the Clink. The buyback will come out from him, but Riot keeps finding out. His refresh rob is now finally come back off cooldown with a stun from Cheshire Cat. The space is created, and Yamsaw thought he was helping his own teammate with the E-Blade. It won't do enough, and Qualifier has to run away from Goddamn. Yamsaw cannot survive through this. And Team Diggity, everything including the kitchen sink of this is now a Rise. They're TPing up TR. They want to end this now. The lasso is over on Cheshire Cat. They cannot drag it back to base in time. A Rise just sitting on Max. E-Blade is triggered from Yamsaw while he's lassoed up. The Firefly is down. A Rise is so low and he will actually die. Keizu back with his buyback. They keep the defense going. Cheshire Cat's also on the sideline. 2 minutes for both of these cores who TP'd in. The creep waves are bringing down the Dire Ancient bit by bit, brick by brick. Diggity are able to defend. Still an 85-second window while the OD is down, but here they go again. Qualifier looking for his target. Heads off cooldown at 1 second time at J4. He goes for the curse. Goddamn's on the way in. The Sentry Ward. It sees Goddamn making his play with the E-Blade going to work. Now the curse over on Qualifier. He's still there. Cinderin. Okay, that's not a great steal, but the Nick Goddamn's BKB to wear off. Qualifier down for the count. Now it's actually 3 heroes down for Diggity with no buyback available. They have no more physical damage on the field for Team Diggity. And Goddamn should be able to end this. 2 attacks will probably be enough to kill off Cinderin. He focused on the racks, there's no fortification, and there it is. GG can finally be called for game number 1 of our best of 3 upper bracket final. 85 minutes and 2 seconds it took to get that one. But Power Rangers will still be triumphant.
Holy crap, Toby. I think the theme of this game was Diggity were the often on the defensive, and they were able to make a lot of good holds, but Power Rangers, their